Yo, guys, look at this. This is crazy. Haha. Anyways, guys, it's been 5 years since the Game Theory SANS video came out. So I thought we would revisit it and just kind of pick it apart because we're jerks. So let's go. Here's an Earthbound fan reacting to the Undertale game theory. And this is the first time I've seen this video and probably since it came out. Let's go.
Can you imagine a world where we're all represented by a font? Huh, wonder which one I would be. Too straight. No, not in that way, just straight, as in unexciting.
Oh wow, so there is literally 10 seconds before a gay joke. I don't care. Gay jokes don't bother me or anything. But I mean, the joke just hasn't aged well in that the joke is gay. Haha, he didn't mean gay. Anyway.
Deadpool.
No, that joke aged fine.
That's the one.
I hate that puppety. I hate how he uses that as a puppet. It really bugs me. It's just not. Oh my gosh. It's just like you got a wave pool, right, of awful theories that have been over the years. Look at this. Do an aileron roll. That's just someone not taking the joke or anything. The Majora's Mask Dead Link theory is stupid because it's all interpretation. That's not a theory, really. Because wouldn't a game theory, more so be an interpretation of the game literally rather than... Because at that point, that's not really a theory, that's just an interpretation of themes. Whatever.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where instead of putting a joke here, I want to ask you a question. If your personality were represented by a font, what font would you be? Take a moment to put your font in the comments.
Oh my gosh. Mother.txt. Isn't that funny? So, let's get to the theory now. Yeah, wow, and he's still doing FNAF theories 5 years later. Really? It's his favorite game of all time? I did not know that. Or at least I totally forgot it because it's been so long since I've seen this video. And you know what? He's not wrong about Undertale here. There's a lot of charm and good details about Undertale. And I don't like that people compare them in Earthbound so much because other than tonally, the games are very different and have very different aims. Undertale, for one thing, is much more linear. I have played Undertale. Anyway.
Alright, so everyone out of the pool and ready for the adult swim? Good, because I'm feeling pretty determined to get to the bottom of SANS' mystery. So just to recap for those of you who haven't played the game and ignored the spoiler warning or just need a refresher, SANS is one of the two...
Oh yeah, spoiler warning for Undertale if you don't know anything about it somehow still.
Their origins are a big question mark. All that we really know is what's given to us by a shopkeeper in Snowden, who explains that SANS and Papyrus, quote, just showed up one day and asserted themselves.
Okay.
What's more is that, while Papyrus is just kind of the goofy sidekick, SANS is much more complex. Sure, he likes fart jokes, but he's also incredibly powerful and deadly serious. Not only is his boss battle the hardest in the game, he's one of the only characters to have knowledge and power over space and time. He often takes shortcuts around the world through
Okay.
walking through walls. He also acknowledges that he's only one of infinite versions of himself, making self-aware commentary of the various timelines that you played through the game.
Very nice reading of the trivia section of Sans' Undertale wiki page.
Or execution points and levels of violence, just to clarify. In short, he just doesn't quite fit in with the rest of the world of monsters. But then what or who is he?
I don't know. It doesn't fit in with the rest of them. I don't know about that because they're all super quirky and like weird. Quirky Earthbound inspired RPG, if anyone's in on that meme. But yeah, I don't know if he doesn't quite fit in. It's just, I mean, he's more powerful than them for sure, but like he's just stronger, but they all have their weird like personalities, so I don't know.
Seems to be correct. Evidence seems to point to the fact that he was, in fact, formerly a surface dweller. In the true pacifist ending of the game, as the group looks out onto the horizon, Papyrus asks Sans about the giant ball in the sky. Sans says, quote, we call that the sun. This is important because A, the usage of the word we and knowledge of the sun shows that Sans has a kinship or knowledge with other humans, and B, that despite he and Papyrus both being skeletons, are supposedly...
I'm on board with it right now.
They clearly have two very different histories. Why would Papyrus not know the name of the sun, but Sans would? We get further clues as to Sans' origin, as we hear him say multiple times that he wants to go home or go back.
I don't know. Papyrus could have always been like an inner Earth dweller.
And in a genocide run during his boss fight, he says, quote, look, I gave up trying to go back a long time ago, end quote. And before you say he needs going back to the surface world, that's clearly not the full story. His very next line of dialogue is, and getting to the surface doesn't really appeal anymore either. Key word here is either. Yes, he seems to hail from the surface and wants to go back, but based on his dialogue, he no longer considers it his home. It's as though the surface world he once knew is gone, as though he's from a different time. It's very intriguing. So we're left with a being that appeared out of nowhere.
Okay. I don't know, there's a lot bigger leaps than this, but you have to start somewhere. I don't know. I doesn't it doesn't necessarily mean he's from a different time. It just means he has no desire to go back. I don't know.
Time period. Who seemingly has the power to teleport? That's a lot of questions and not a lot of.
Wait, what?
We're left with a being that appeared out of nowhere, presumably from the human surface, but from a different time period. Who seemingly has the power to teleport? That's a lot.
Seemingly. What? Where does that come from?
Questions and not a lot of answers. So here's where things get real.
How could he teleport?
That takes a fair amount of searching. Fine. You can say it takes a lot of determination to unlock. Anyway, obligatory determination references aside. As you start to look for this Easter egg, SANS gives you a key to his room with the words, "It's time you learn the truth." After some searching,
So cringy.
even more questions. A photo album featuring SANS and a bunch of smiling people you don't recognize, a badge, blueprints with illegible handwriting, and a broken machine hidden behind a curtain. In the latest update, one more detail was added: a hand-drawn picture of 3 smiling faces with the words, "Don't forget." So what's it all mean? Well, a lot of Undertale theorists have been linking these details to a mysterious figure named the W.D. Gaster, a ghostly character who never truly appears in the game. Honestly, covering him is a theory all unto itself, and probably one best say for another day. Even still, none of the Gaster theories I've seen have been able to explain all the details. In particular, the photo album and the badge, and that's what kept me as I researched Undertale. A badge? That one in particular really stuck out to me. Why would such an oddly specific item be included in this huge Easter egg of a room? Something that supposedly reveals the.
I don't know. It's like if he plays it up like I had to investigate this because a badge. That's just so weird and specific. But it's like if you're an Earthbound fan playing Undertale, that's the if you look at Sans' sprite, the first thing you're gonna notice is that he stands like Ness. And if you read that there's a badge and a photo album, if you're an Undertale fan, and especially if it's your favorite game of all time, of course you're going to make the leap in logic, like, oh, maybe he's Ness.
Badges just aren't important in Undertale. And then it hit me. What if it wasn't from Undertale? What if this badge was from a completely different game and was in fact the most important badge in the history of gaming, the Franklin badge? Now, for those of you who want.
There's a lot to unpack there. Let's go back. What if it wasn't from Undertale? What makes you deduce that? It's just a simple that's like saying the shield that Link uses in Majora's Mask does not look like the Hylian shield. But what if it wasn't from the Zelda universe? What if it was the shield from whatever, you name it, from Final Fantasy? It's like, what? Just be Dragon Quest, because you could even make the argument it kind of looks like one of those ones. So it's like, sure, yeah, it could be, but there's no logical reason why it would.
What if this badge was from a completely different game and was in fact the most important badge in the history of gaming, the Franklin badge? Now, for those of you wondering what I'm talking about, the Franklin badge is a pivotal item from the Mother series. You know, the one with Earthbound, or maybe you don't know that one either. You know, the one that NESS from Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, well, NESS is from Earthbound. Earthbound is the second part in this larger Mother.
Well, that one's just kind of too real, but.
It's so important that Nintendo has made it a staple item in
Oh, I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide.
So I asked myself, what if the badge in Sans' drawer was that exact badge? Well, first off, it makes Undertale connected to my favorite game, thereby making it even cooler. That's still a pretty big.
And I feel like that's the crux of everything about this theory. Listen to that.
Well, first off, it makes Undertale connected to my favorite game, thereby making it even cooler.
That's literally the crux of this. I want this game that I like to be connected to another game I like.
Let me tell you, as I started looking, more and more pieces started to make place. At the end of Earthbound, you're given a photo album covering your adventures throughout the game. To me, it's one
True.
of the most satisfying endings in gaming to look back on your journey in picture form. And what does Sans happen to have in his other drawer? A photo album filled with pictures of Sans with people you don't recognize.
Of course you're not going to recognize them. You're new to the world. Why would you know who they are? And it also doesn't specify they're humans or anything. Like it could, and it says a lot of people. There's only 3 other people in these pictures. Like, is 4 people a lot of people? I don't know.
Know them. They're not characters present in Undertale. And note the word that's used here. People you don't recognize, not underworld monsters. So that's
okay. It does say people. It says okay, I was wrong. It says humans. Okay. So let's take a second here, because again, the crux of this is him wanting these things to be connected, and I want to be straight up. I think Toby Fox may have even intended this to be like this, because Toby Fox went on to say not long after this came out, like, oh, whoa, you're making leaps in logic, haha, that's kind of ridiculous just because they're similar. But I don't know, as Toby Fox has a huge legacy in the Earthbound community, you know, making the radiation hack, otherwise known as the Halloween hack, and, you know, plenty of other things for the community, particularly the ROM hacking community. I don't know. I feel like it would be a stretch to say there was no intention of this in what he was doing. But even if, we'll get to this in a second. Let's continue. Okay.
Evil alien Gaius. To do that, Dr. Andonuts, remember him by the way, he's gonna be important later, with the help of the science geniuses Apple Kid and Mr. Saturn, create what's known as the phase distorter, a machine that allows people to travel through time and space.
I guess he's just not gonna say Earthbound spoilers. Maybe he did, but anyway.
I played this game back in 1997, and I'm not ashamed to admit that when I first saw this scene, I cried. It's devastating. Dr. Andonuts says goodbye to his son. These characters that you've grown to love and care about are suddenly promising to sacrifice their lives.
Look, as someone who loves Earthbound, would call it top 2 favorite games of all time with Mother 3. Who cried at this part? It may have been shocking, but who cried at this part? These characters have virtually no in-game personality aside from Ness and Magicant. There's virtually no personality they have once they join your part. Oh my gosh. Yes, I would say that the ending is quite challenging, and it can be quite emotionally impacting just because of how jarring it is.
Linguistic style. Now explain the legible handwriting on the blueprints, and the machine, I think the broken phase distorter is behind that curtain. Now that may seem like a stretch, but it actually explains a lot.
Oh my gosh, let's just listen to it again.
Now explain the legible handwriting on the blueprints, and the machine, I think the broken phase distorter is behind that curtain. Now that may seem like a stretch, but it actually explains a lot.
Okay, okay, so again, haven't seen this in a long time, but yes, this is a huge stretch, and if he's going to make a leap in logic of this scale, he really needs to prove it. That's not but there's no detailing in Earthbound that because it's implying that it would kill you, like it would just destroy it's that it destroys organic matter. Bones are organic matter, aren't they? Also, why would Ness use the phase disorder again after Earthbound? Because canonically he beats Gygas, makes it home by Deus Ex Machina, and lives to be a human. What purpose would he have to use the phase disorder again?
With no hope of traveling back to the time he came from, but the crossover between Earthbound and Undertale continue. We speak to the Apple Kid at the end of Earthbound. He's blown away by the astronomical odds of Ness overcoming Gygas, saying that he's going to continue studying the trait called courage in order to harness its powers. It's awfully similar to the same experiments happening in Undertale around the trait of determination, no? Especially since
there's no connection here. This is grasping at straws.
I'm sure you also want physical evidence, right? Well, don't worry, because I have plenty. During one of the games of Undertale, we see Undyne and Alphys hanging out on the beach on the surface world, a beach that shares a lot of similarities to the tropical resort location named Summers that you played through in Earthbound. In fact,
yes, because he's an Earthbound fan.
Layout of the surface bears some striking similarities to the world of Mother.
What?
Crew of monsters are finally able to reach the surface and look out over the earth. They're met with a beautiful sunset falling across a landscape.
There's a there's a city and mountains.
A tall mountain, a large city, and a sandy area adjacent to water. Notice the sun's reflection to indicate water and a lack of trees in this middle section here as the sand. Well, in Earthbound, you have the big city of Forsyth, complete with skyscrapers, which you reach via a desert that just so happens to be adjacent to some water, and to the east, the mountain NESS, where a meteorite lands on Earth. I was called an audit, but if that's not clear enough for you, Mother 1, Earthbound 0, Earthbound begins.
Okay, it bugs me that he said Annette, but that's not my biggest problem with this. It's that this could be anywhere. They're hilly in 1ette, but they're not mountains. There's one big hill towards Ness's house in the beginning where the meteor is, but that's not a mountain. It's a series of hills with cliffs. If you look at the one thing drawn on his armor.
Oh no, that right there is an exact match to the ones that appear on the chests of Starman, the most iconic enemy of Earthbound. And look at the way he stands. I always thought it was awkward until I looked at the two characters side by side.
Okay, wait, I gotta hear him finish this. It's a direct match, everybody. Just look at it. Doesn't it look exactly the same? Just a series of giant steps in logic without really proving anything. With with like minimal connecting tissue at most. Guys, they stand similarly. They must be the same person. Okay, well, I'm glad he acknowledges that one's a bunch of BS. Okay.
Like SANS believes we finally hit him. He is, or at least was, a human. Oh, and finally, SANS is only one letter removed from being an anagram for NESS. That's just a fun one. I thought it was worth mentioning. But if there was any doubt, we have to look no further than the creator's previous work. Toby Fox, the man behind Undertale.
See, now this is the biggest of all. He's saying that because he worked on Earthbound, somehow he worked, or he didn't work on Earthbound, he worked on Hacks, that somehow is connecting tissue canonically between franchises. That doesn't make any sense. That's like saying that there's actual like canonic overlap in the Smash Brothers series. No, it's uh this is ridiculous.
Well, remember, in Toby Fox's version of the story, the kids don't come back. They're stuck in the past with no hopes of getting home, just like SANS. And in the hack, one character is oddly missing, with no explanation as to why. NESS. Presumably in this timeline, his soul is in a different place than his three friends. Which brings us back to Undertale. 3 faces with "Don't Forget" written on it. It's NESS trying to remember his 3 friends. In short, Undertale is a continuation of Toby's version of Earthbound, with NESS never being able to get home, adopting the name SANS, and accompanied
Goodness, there's a lot just to push on to Toby. Just be like, see, it's him doing it. A lame theory. Haha. No, but seriously, I don't have anything against MatPat. He seems like a nice guy. I just think he made a bad video once. Several times. I think he made a bad video in this case. And I don't hate him for it, but I do want to say, I don't even know. I don't have a message done with this. This video is funny and dumb. Haha. Sans is NESS.